3, Scene 1. Act 2 ended with the joyful Romeo and Juliet secretly married. Their happiness, however, is about to end abruptly. In this scene, Mercutio, Benvolio, and Romeo meet Tybalt on the street. Tybalt insults Romeo, but Romeo, who has just returned from his wedding, remains calm. Mercutio, on the other hand, is furious with Tybalt, and they begin to fight. As Romeo tries to separate them, Tybalt stabs Mercutio, who later dies. Romeo then challenges Tybalt, kills him, and flees. The prince arrives and demands an explanation. He announces that Romeo will be killed if he does not leave Verona immediately.
Pray thee, good Mercutio, let's retire. The day is hot, the Capulets abroad, and if we meet, we shall not escape a brawl. For now these hot days is a mad bliss.
Thou art like one of those fellows that, when he enters the confines of a tavern, claps me his sword upon the table and says, God send me no need of thee, and by the operation of the second cup draws him on the jar, when indeed there is no need.
Am I like such a fellow?
Come, come. Thou art as hot as a jack and thy mood as any in Italy, and as soon moved to be moody, and as soon moody to be moved.
And what soon?
Nay, and there were two such. We should have none shortly, for one would kill the other. Thou, why thou wilt quarrel with a man that hath a hair more or less in his beard than thou hast. Thou wilt quarrel with a man for cracking nuts, having no other reason but because thou hast hazel eyes. What eye but such an eye would spy out such a quarrel? Thy head is as full of quarrels as an egg is full of meat, and yet thy head hath been beaten as idle as an egg for quarreling. Thou hast quarrelled with a man for coughing in the street, because he hath awakened thy dog that hath lain asleep in the sun. Didst thou not fall out with a tailor for wearing his new doublet for Easter, with another for tying his new shoes with old ribbon, and yet thou wilt tutor me from quarreling?
And I was so apt to quarrel as thou art. Any man should buy the fee simple of my life for an hour and a quarter.
The fee simple? Oh, simple.
Okay, wait, who's at his house?
Yeah.
Can y'all just stop talking?
By my head, here come the Capulets.
By my heel, I don't care.
Follow me close, for I will speak to them. Gentlemen, good den, a word with one of you.
And but one word with one of us? Couple it with something. Make it a word and a blow.
You shall find me apt enough to that, sir, and you will give me an occasion.
Could you not take some occasion without giving?
Mercutio, thou consortest with Romeo?
Consort? What dost thou make us, minstrels? And thou make minstrels of us look to hear nothing but discords. Here's my fiddlestick. Here's that shall make you dance. Zounds, consort.
We talk here in the public haunts of men. Either withdraw into some private place and reason coolly of your grievances, or else depart. Here all eyes gaze on us.
Men's eyes were made to look, and let them gaze. I will not budge for no man's pleasure, I.
Well, peace be with you, sir. Here comes my man.
But I'll be hanged, sir, if you wear your livery. Marry, go before to field. He'll be your follower. Your worship in that sense may call him man.
Romeo, the love I bear thee can afford. No better term than this. Thou art a villain.
Tybalt, the reason that I have to love thee doth much excuse the opportunity of rage to such a grievance. Villain am I none. Therefore, farewell. I see thou knows me not.
Boy, this shall not excuse the injuries that thou hast done me. Therefore, turn and draw.
I do protest I never injured thee, but love thee better than thou canst devise, till thou shalt know the reason of my love, and so the Capulet, which name I tender as dearly as mine own, be satisfied.
Oh, calm, dishonorable, vile submission, and let's stop the carries it away. Tybalt, you rat catcher, will you walk?
What wouldst thou have with me?
Good king of cats, nothing but one of your 9 lives, that I mean to make bold withal, and as you shall use me hereafter, dry beat the rest of the 8. Will you pluck your sword out of his pilcher by the ears? Make haste, lest mine be about your ears ere to be out.
I implore you.
Gentle Mercutio, put thy rapier up.
Come, sir, your passado.
Draw, Benvolio, put down their weapons. Gentlemen, for shame, forbear this outrage. Tybalt, Mercutio, the prince expressly hath forbid this bandying in Verona streets. Hold Tybalt, good Mercutio.
I am hurt. A plague of both your houses. I am sped. Is he gone and hath nothing?
What, art thou hurt?
A scratch, Mary, 'tis enough. Where's my page? Go, villain, fetch a surgeon.
Courage, man, this hurt cannot be much.
No, 'tis not so deep as a well, nor so wide as a church door, but 'tis enough, 'twill serve. Ask for me tomorrow, and you shall find me a grave man. I am peppered, I warrant for this world, a plague of both of your houses. Zound, a dog, a rat, a mouse, a cat to scratch a man to death. A braggart, a rogue, a villain that fights by the book of arithmetic. Why the devil you came between us? I was hurt under your arm.
I thought all for the best.
Help me into some sort of house, Benvolio, or I shall faint. A plague of both your houses. They made worms meat out of me. I have it, and soundly too. Your houses!
This gentleman, the Prince's near ally, my very friend, hath got this mortal hurt in my behalf, my reputation stained with Tybalt's slander. Tybalt, that an hour hath been my kinsman. O sweet Juliet, thy beauty hath made me effeminate, and my temper softened valor's steel.
Oh, Romeo, Romeo, brave Mercutio's dead. That gallant spirit hath inspired the clouds, which to untimely here did scorn the earth.
This day's black fate on no days doth depend. This but begins the woe others must end.
Here comes the furious Tybalt back again.
Alive in triumph, and Mercutio slain, away to heaven respective lenity, and fire I fury to my conduct now. Now Tybalt, take the villain back again, that late thou hatest me, for Mercutio's soul is a little way above our heads. Stay for thine to keep him company, either thou or I, or both, must go with him.
Thou wretched boy, that didst consort him here, shout with him hence.
This shall determine that.
Romeo, away! This is Zara and Tybalt slain. Stand not amazed, the prince will doom thee dead if thou art taken. Hence, be gone, away.
Oh, I am fortune's fool.
Why dost thou say?
Which way ran he that killed Mercutio? Tybalt, that murderer, which way ran he?
There lies that Tybalt.
Up, sir, go with me. I charge thee in the prince's name, obey.
Where are the vile beginners of this fray?
O noble prince, I can discover all the unlucky manners of this fatal brawl. There lies the man slain by young Romeo, that slew thy kinsman, brave Mercutio.
Tybalt, my cousin, oh my brother's child, oh prince, oh cousin, oh husband, oh the blood is spilled, oh my dear kinsman, prince, as thou art true, for blood of ours shed blood of Montague, oh cousin, cousin.
Benvolio, who began this bloody fray?
Tybalt, here slain, whom Romeo's hand did slay. Romeo, that spoke him fair, bid him bethink how nice the quarrel was, and urged withal your high displeasure. All this, uttered with gentle breath, calm look, knees humbly bowed. Could not take truce with the unruly spleen of Tybalt deaf to peace, but that he tilts with piercing steel at bold Benvolio's breast. Who all as hot, turns deadly point to point, and with martial scorn, with one hand beats cold death aside, and with the other sends it back to Tybalt, whose dexterity retorts it. Romeo, he cries aloud, "Hold, friends, friends, part!" And swifter than his tongue, his agile arm beats down their fatal points, and twixt them rushes, underneath whose arm an envious thrust from Tybalt hit the life of stout Mercutio. And then Tybalt fled. But by and by comes back to Romeo, who had but newly entertained revenge. And so they go like lightning, for ere I could draw to part them, and stout Tybalt slain. And as he fell, did Romeo turn and fly. This is the truth, or let Benvolio know.
He is a kinsman to the Montague, affection makes him false, he speaks not true. Some 20 of them fought in this black strife, and all those 20 could kill but one life. I beg for justice which thou, prince, must give. Romeo slew Tybalt, Romeo must not live.
Romeo slew him, he slew Mercutio, who now the prince of his dear blood doth owe.
Not Romeo, prince, he was Mercutio's friend. His fault concludes, but what the law should end, the life of Tybalt.
And for that offense, really do exile him hence. I have an interest in your king's proceeding, my blood for your good laws doth lie, and reading but I'll immerse you with so strong a fire that you shall all repent the loss of mine. I will be deaf to pleading and excuses, nor tears, nor prayers shall purchase out of these. Therefore, us none. Let Romeo hence in haste, else when he is found, that hour is his last. Bear hence this body, in the 10th hour will. Mercy but murderous, pardoning those that kill.
Cut.
now we have Romeo, played by Gabby, and Horace, who played the prince. Woot woot. Benvolio. There we go. And last but not least, Tybalt and Montague, played by Ali. Woot woot. Oh yeah.
And now we have Jaden, who plays the one and only Mercutio.